you doing? Eagles practice is at hand. I hope everybody's doing well. Sorry for the little bit of a late start. We have some technical difficulties with the computer. For some reason, when I put on my promotion or the thing saying it's going to be whenever it's going to be, it doesn't translate when I switch it to my phone. How you doing? So, Eagles have open practice today. We have open practice and the offense shines. Who the hell knew Nelson Agholor is a stud? Who the hell knew Torrey Smith had anything left? That's what they're saying. I don't know what to make of it. We're going to figure it out. The way I see it is two things. Either those guys are going to be for real, or guess what? The corners really stink. So who knows? But they said Nelson Agholor looked good. I had a couple of family members and friends down there today because I couldn't get there. What's up, everybody? How you doing? I see that the hello's coming. I had some family and friends down there today because I couldn't get down there, and they were saying who they thought looked good. So this is what they told me. They said Wentz looked good. They said Nelson Agholor looked really good. Torrey Smith, they said Philly 500, you're going to be eating a lot of crow about Torrey Smith because you are a dingbat to say that he's done because this dude can still fly. That's what they told me. And then I heard that Corey Clement, he looks really thin and looks really in good shape. And the offense, they said, was fantastic. They said Torrey Smith, Nelson Agholor were very good. And something I really like to hear was that Chance Warmack got some first-team reps. He got some first-team reps today with the offensive line. To me, that's wonderful. If you can give him an opportunity to start, I like it. So that's what I heard what was going on. Now let's take some questions. Fire away. There's nothing on the board. I know you guys were firing it. What's up, Nick? How you doing, buddy? So yeah, is Torrey Smith for real? Is Nelson Agholor for real? Green Forest, how you doing, buddy? What about the cornerbacks? I heard bad things about the corners. I heard the corners look crap. I heard that they look bad. Now, people were saying to me, like, we don't know if these receivers they're going to be that good or these corners are that bad. I heard good things about Marcus Johnson, too, EDP's lotion. I hope you're a brand new bottle. I hope you're unopened. I hope you haven't been used since your EDP's lotion. You know? Do you get, like, buy one, get one free? How many yards would Agholor need for him to stay with the Eagles, in your opinion? Well, Agholor, I mean, I don't know what his contract situation is, but, I mean, I think if he gets like 800, 900 yards, I think he's okay. I got a feeling they want Agholor in that slot. I got a feeling they want Agholor to take over for Matthews. It's just the way that they talk about him. It's just the way that they promote him. You know what I mean? It's one of those things. You know? I can't wait any longer. I know. 1 week. We got one. Look, in 1 week, there's football on the stinking television. I'm going to be able to come on here and talk football. Now, from now on here, you know, from this point on, during the football season, I will be live every Sunday. I will be live probably a couple hours pregame to talk for a half hour about the game because I get excited. I can't stop moving around. And then, of course, I'll be on live right after the Eagles play. I may get on with a minute left, you know, so we can see what's going on together. Wentz threw 15 for 15 in scrimmage. I heard Wentz was really good. I heard Wentz was awesome. I heard Wentz was even better, though, yesterday. But it does make you wonder. I mean, you guys wonder a little bit if maybe it's a bad thing that our corners just stink. Yeah, Patrick Robinson is trash. Yeah, I heard that. Look, I heard that the corners were not good. I heard that they didn't look good. And then, what's his face? What's his name? I forget the guy. Goforth or something. He tore his ACL. The Eagles are going to get a corner, and I believe it's going to happen soon. When I say soon, I mean before the last preseason game. I think the Eagles are going to acquire, a corner. Why not throw to Rasul Douglas? Yeah, I mean, well, when the real things happen, the real game's going, they're going to go after the rookie. Will they get Kyle Fuller? I'm 50-50. As far as, I think that they're going to make a play for him. I'm going to say him because I think they're going to go after somebody that we know. Now, it may be somebody that we're not even thinking of. You have to wait for injuries. I just think that they're waiting until preseason starts. Wait for injuries to go down. Wait for teams to decide to get rid of a guy because a young guy came up. That kind of thing. Cloud, I heard Russell got burnt. I heard all the corners got burnt today. Eagles, good corner play, 11-5. Bad corner play, 8-8. That's a big difference, Eagles fan. That's a lot. I mean, these corners, my bad. Why not throw to Russell Douglas instead of Robinson? Well, I mean, we'll know that kind of stuff, you know, when the games start. I mean, we haven't even seen a preseason game. I mean, practice 101 is a lot different. I mean, it's a lot different than when you're practicing and then you're playing a game. So we don't know till the game, but from what I'm hearing, the corners look bad. And it is harder for them to play 101 in practice. What's up, Holly? So Patrick Robinson is basically going down his dingbat drain. Sounds like he's going back down the dingbat drain. Sounds like from today, if we just took today to judge our corners, boy, we're in trouble at our corners. We got to go out and get. I don't think they have a choice. So I think right now, I don't think it's going to be Revis. I know it's not going to be Richard Sherman. Why would Seattle give Richard Sherman up? They're going to win the division. And I don't think it's going to be, like I said, Revis. I think it's either Kyle Fuller, a slight chance for Joe Hayden, and then probably somebody we're not even thinking of on another team. I heard Jalen Mills look good. I heard Jalen Mills got burnt. This is what I heard today. I heard Jalen Mills got burnt, but Jalen Mills kept his head up. Same type of thing, but I heard he had a tough day. I heard all the corners had a really tough day. I mean, that's what people reported to me. Josh Norman got torched by Pryor in one-on-ones. We're overreacting a little bit. Well, yeah, of course. I mean, look, Holly, we're just talking how they look today. We can't translate practice into the real thing. All I'm saying is you're going to say, hey, you know, Nelson Aguilar looks great today. Torrey Smith looks great today. But then it's, but we're overreacting with our corners. It's the same thing all around. The corners, maybe we're overreacting, and the receivers. Another overview is, are we going to win the East? Yeah. Tremont Williams, is he even available? I know that Minnesota, they signed Xavier, what's-his-face, right? I think that it's too early to know if Nelson Aguilar or Torrey Smith are the real deals. It's too early to know how bad our corners stink. But one thing I do know, either the receivers are really, really good or the corners really, really stink. Ryan Matthews, any ideas? As soon as Matthews can get healthy, I would assume they're going to cut him. But I also wouldn't be surprised. Maybe it's getting to the point so late that they just keep him. I don't know. I don't like Ryan Matthews. I like him as a person, but I don't like him because I think he gets hurt too much. Do you think Paul Turner will make the roster? I do not. Bad reports, Elijah calls from camp. I know he was hurt. I know he didn't practice today, you know. I know Qualls didn't practice today. I mean, it was very interesting because they're saying Nelson Aguilar looks really good. Well, Carson Wentz has been, I heard Carson Wentz was great today. And I heard he was even better yesterday. The rise and the fall of the Dallas Cowboys from 2016-2017. ENC Network, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, Dallas is going down. 7-9, maybe even worse. They're a disaster waiting to happen. What's up, Cruising? I can't wait for Odell, Marshall, Shepard, Ingram to feast on your cornerbacks. Yeah, it doesn't matter. We're still going to beat you. We always beat you. Eagles Truth, love your vids, bro. Thank you, buddy. I love you too, man. You always keep me in line. We always have good debates. Maybe not agree on everything, but I definitely respect what you say. I can't wait for our D-line to butt the Giants O-line. Yeah, you like all that kind of butt stuff, huh? No, I'm just kidding. Is Derek Barnett going to start? I think Derek Barnett is not going to start the season. I think by the end of the year he will. I'm hopeful that Vinny Curry was hurt and actually really will turn around and have a decent year. You know what I mean? Green Forest, I appreciate you, man. See, you never had a dad. I appreciate you, man. I never had a dad. You're like my YouTube. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. I love hearing about what you're going through with your team and practice. It's great. Do you think Doug Peterson has to get more creative? Well, I think Doug Peterson has a lot to prove. I think Doug Peterson's a nice guy, but to me, I didn't like his play calling last year, and especially if he didn't have the guys to go out and run certain plays, that doesn't mean you don't run certain plays or you don't attempt it. I think he needs to play, he needs to open his playbook, and then Doug Peterson also, he needs to be able to adjust during the game, in game, you know. How high do you rank the Eagles' offense this season? Based upon today, we got the best receiving core in the league. I think they can be top 10 if everything goes right. If best case scenario, everything goes right. Who's the Eagles' backup quarterback? Nicky Foles, Nicky Six. I love Nick Foles. I do. I really love Nick Foles a lot. I love Nick Foles because Nick Foles, I thought, got a raw deal. And I think that if you have to win 1 or 2 games, I trust Nick Foles a lot better than I trusted Chase Daniels. What's the word for Alshon Jeffrey's injury? I don't think it was, are you talking about the shoulder? I didn't think it was that bad. Who do you think the Eagles will get with what? Banner. Eagles are the best, dingbat. No, I agree. No, he said Eagles suck, but they don't suck. They're going to beat Dallas. Marcus Johnson is making a team. Yeah, a lot of people are talking a lot of stuff about him. I can't wait to see him. I can't wait for preseason. I need to see some of these guys in preseason because let's face it, just because they're practicing good doesn't mean that they're going to play good. Spunky, I'm not buying Aguilar hype today. Well, here's my thing. If you buy the Aguilar hype, if you buy the Torrey Smith hype, then you have to buy the hype of our corners stink. And that they're horrible, and that they're going to be bad all year. It works both ways. Are you worried about the Giants receivers? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Johnson over Gibson, please. I think at this point, from what I've heard, yes. The thing with Gibson is I really liked his speed. I want to see Ward play. I'm excited to see how Ward's going to look, too. Do you think Patrick Robinson is any good? I do not. I did not when they signed him. I'm not a big fan. I'm a little more hopeful with Brooks, and I'm hopeful that Rasul Douglas can develop, and I'm also hopeful that that Mills will step up. Do you think we have the most difficult schedule? No, I don't think we have the most difficult schedule. I think Dallas has a pretty tough schedule. I think the problem with our schedule, really, to me, is that we got so many young guys that have never played together that we have to get. Wow, sorry, I got distracted. Johnson ran 4.37. Dang. Kyle Fuller, Eagles have no choice. I agree. The Eagles have no choice. The corners stink. They got another guy hurt. Doug Peterson said they're going to go out and they're going to get a corner. So we know it's coming. We know that the move with Barber to save some cap money, it's coming. The cornerback is coming. The question is, who are they getting? Right now, Kyle Fuller, to me, is the lead candidate. If you know any names of anybody that we're not thinking about, please tell me, because I don't think they have a choice. I don't think they have a choice unless you want to get Hayden. Hayden is a lot more money on the cap. Wasn't Wentz having a worse second half of last season mostly due to lack of talent on the team? I don't know that it was due to a lack of talent. He went through a lot. The guy had no preseason. He came in early. They go 3-0. Teams adjust. I thought the coaches didn't do enough for him. I don't think they used him right. I thought Wentz handled himself pretty good in spite of maybe some bad play. I thought down the stretch, Wentz showed me that he has the intangibles to be a great quarterback. You would give Kendricks and a lick for Joe Hayden. Yeah, I would too. I don't understand why they don't want to trade Kendricks. Only thing I can think of is they're going to either use him differently, or they're or they're going to trade him and they have another plan for it. Guys, these questions are coming so quick. I'm sorry if I miss them. I can't even keep up with them. There's a lot of questions coming. Will Carson Wentz win a Super Bowl in Philly? Absolutely. Yes, he will. Would Randall Goforth have made the cut before the injury? From what I heard, I haven't seen much of him. I don't know enough about what he was doing. I just heard he looked good in camp. He was having a good camp. Hayden's old now in the second. Well, Hayden's now old now. In year 2, he'll become burn-ass for Reva. Yeah, I think you're right. I think Paul Perkins is going to surprise next year. That's because you're a Giant fan. But the Giants stink. Dude, the Giants stink. Will the Giants sweep the Eagles? No. Will the Eagles sweep the Giants? Yes. Kyle Fuller isn't proven to me, but still will trade him a little cost. Well, yeah, for nothing, if you give me nothing, if I'm giving a 4th round pick, to me, I'll give you a 4th round pick for Fuller. I have 3 4th round picks. I don't have to give up anything more. I could give up Kendricks for Fuller. I will give up a 4th for Fuller. I'm not giving Jordan Matthews for Fuller. It's not going to happen. Did you sweep us last year? No, we didn't. But that's the great thing, cruising, about my prediction, is we didn't sweep you, but we're going to sweep you this year. How about that? You have your Giants splitting with the Eagles. Of course you do. You know the Eagles have the advantage when Giant fans are saying they're going to split with the Eagles, because the Giant fan is saying, we just want to split. We just want to split with the Eagles. We don't care. We're going to split, because they're scared. You're scared of the Eagles. You're scared of those wings, baby. You're scared of them wings. Jordan Matthews is a solid player if he stays healthy. Yeah, and if he could just soften his hands. He's got cement hands. He's a little bit slow. I think him in the slot, and I think Jordan Matthews not being the primary receiver, I think he could be good. But the thing is if he has a great year, he's probably not coming back. I mean, that's the whole thing. What's up, Quentin? What up? What's up, Desert Eagle? Wentz better than McNabb? Well, no, at this point, you can't say that Wentz is better than McNabb. I mean, you can't say it. You got to give McNabb credit. You know what I mean? Definitely have to give him credit. He went to a Super Bowl, 5 division championships. You can't say that. One reporter from NFL Network said Matthews was very good and always reliable. Fuller is a pipe dream. Why? I don't know why Fuller is a pipe dream. I mean, if he's going to possibly be cut anyways, why would he be a pipe dream? Pipe dream to me is something that can't happen, that has no chance. To me, there's no pipe dream in there. You know? A reporter said Wentz practice yesterday looked like Brady carving up in camp in 2013. I love it. That's what I love to hear. I think that's great. I heard Wentz looked really, really good. I did. And from what I've seen of him and his new, his mechanics, I like the way he throws it. It's a lot tighter, and it looks like he gets the ball off a lot quicker. So I'm very excited about it. How do you know the Bears are going to even cut him? They have no cornerbacks either. They have some young guys, and from what the rumors are saying, from what people are saying, they may just cut him. They're going to try to move him. They denied his, they didn't extend his contract. I guess he had a player's option for 2018. They said no. So he's gone at the end of the year. So if he's gone at the end of the year, you're either going to cut him and save money this year, or you're going to trade him and get something for him. It's just common sense. Do you think Nigel Bradham is getting suspended? Yeah, probably. It sounds like he's going to. But if he was a Cowboy, he wouldn't. If he was a Cowboy, he wouldn't. 31 touchdowns for Wentz, laughing my ass off. Cocaine is a hell of a drug. Is that what you take? Cocaine? No? Man, you should hang out with Randy Gregory. Giant fans, Lawrence Taylor knows about cocaine. He loved the cocaine. He loved the cocaine, Lawrence Taylor. He loved it. Randy Gregory, too. Dallas got what? They had another guy suspended the other day. Big surprise. Another guy suspended. This guy is a dingbat. A dingbat. I'm king dingbat. There's no question. I'm a dingbat. I admit it. I accept it. I accept it. If you're talking about me being a dingbat, damn right. I'm a dingbat, and I love it. And I'm here, and the dingbat is here, and he's going to talk about the Giants and the Cowboys all season. You're going to have to deal with me. Lane Johnson loves those PEDs. Yeah, he does. And you know what? I don't care. I mean, look, you could take vitamins, and they say that you test positive. Lawrence Taylor loves cocaine. Giant fans are scared of the Eagles. They're scared of the Eagles because they know the Eagles always mess with them. Wentz, first Eagles quarterback to hit 4,000 yards passing. Yeah, I originally thought I had said 3,800 yards. I think now he gets like 4,100. I mean, he had like 3,700 yards last year. He should get over 4,000 if he stays healthy. Bold prediction, Eli Manning will lead the league in interceptions. I'm going to say Jared Goff leads the league in interceptions this year. Giants just might go 14-2, but they'll lose us twice. That's exactly right. That's exactly what I'm saying. I think the Giants are the favorite to win the division. I think they're probably the best team in the division right now. But what I'm saying is they're going to get swept by the Eagles. Now, cruising 26 and all you Giant fans out there, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. You know where to find me. I'm here. I have no problem putting a tie on and coming in and eating crow. I'll even let you each write a line of my apology. You can write a whole sentence or whatever of my apology that has to be repeated to the world. That's how much I'm willing to do it. Hey, if I say something wrong, I live up to it. I have Goff being benched in Week 10, and Sean Mannion will have a great 7 games. Well, I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know what to think of Goff. I liked Goff in college, but he really just, I don't know, his personality and what I saw, you know, and like, what was that show last year? It just, I don't know, he just rubbed me the wrong way. Eagles will sweep the Giants. I believe so. Marcus Smith, NFL sack leader. Yeah, Marcus Smith gets cut and goes to the Seattle Seahawks. And why do I think he's going to have like double-digit sacks now? Don't you think that it's coming? If he goes out there and he has like double-digit sacks, even if he has like 7 or 8 sacks, then we got to fire everybody in the Eagles front office, which I kind of wanted to do anyways. Do you think Nelson Aguilar is going to be good? I don't. I know he looks great. I know he looks great today. I know he was wonderful. They said he even looked really good in kick returns. He looked really good. But I just think when it comes to Aguilar, when he makes a mistake, when something doesn't go his way, I think he's going to have everything come back. I don't know if he can get over those kind of things. I would love for Aguilar to be good because Aguilar, see, the thing I like about Aguilar in terms of his physical ability is I like his speed. I don't think we have enough speed guys that can catch the ball and go 80 yards. I don't think we have enough of that on the team. So he can be that kind of guy. So if I could get that, I would be very happy. If Nelson has a bad year this year, do you think the Eagles do with him? I think I have to check his cap number, but if his cap number isn't too high, they're going to cut him. They're saying Kendricks is looking great in camp. Yeah, I heard that. Until he twists a hamstring. I actually think the Eagles will be better than the Cowboys. Yeah, I do too. The Cowboys have everything we're seeing from the Cowboys with camp, all the distractions. I don't know how Cowboy fans can think they're going to be great. I actually had a Cowboy fan told me that I'm a dingbat. Now, I am a dingbat, but he said I'm a dingbat because I said that the Cowboys, okay, I said the Cowboys will go 7-9. He said the fact that the Cowboys went 13-3 tells you that they can't go 7-9. It's impossible. Because they went 13 or whatever and 3 last year, they can't go 7-9. How the hell does one year have to do with the other? It doesn't work that way. It never worked that way, and it never will work that way. What year do you see us winning Super Bowl? I think legitimately we should be contenders in 2 years, and we should win in 3 to 5. Do you think Barnett can get 8 to 10 sacks this season as a rookie? Your opinion? I think to say 10 sacks for a rookie defensive end is really hard. I don't think so. And if he has 8 to 10, to me that would be a phenomenal rookie year. I think that if he gets 5, 6 sacks and becomes a starter, I think that's good enough. I think 10 sacks for a rookie is really hard. The Cowboy fan is done because the year before they went 3-13. Yeah, look, teams do that all the time. Anything can happen. I just think I'm not saying the Cowboys don't have talent. What I'm saying is they got so many distractions already. The attitude of some of the players already, you can tell they're set up for a disaster. They're set up for it. You know? They are set up to have a complete disaster of a year. McLeod was hitting hard today. He needs to chill, just practice, and destroy Pumphrey and Ertz. I say hit everybody. Hit them hard. Don't let up, because you know what? You got to get these guys ready. Ertz don't need to be diapered and burped and coddled. He needs to be hit. He needs to get his ass hit pounded, get them crushed, knock them out, and get them ready for the football season. That's how I feel about Ertz. Eagles and Giants both will be 10-6, Dallas 8-8. That would be that's pretty exciting division. You know what I mean? I like ESPN First Take because they hate the Cowboys. So I like anybody who hates the Cowboys too. Everyone's sleeping on Torrey Smith. Yeah, well, that's what people told me. I have some people I know that were at there, some family and friends, and they said that I am King Dingbat, that I am going to eat my words about Torrey Smith because he had a lot of speed and he was very fast today. And they said, Philly 500, you're in trouble. You're going to eat your words for it. We'll see. I mean, maybe it's just our corner stink. But I hope they're right. I'd rather him be great. You hate Skip Bayless, Philly 500? I don't care for Skip Bayless. I mean, I don't hate anybody at a personal level, but he definitely gets on my nerves. Under Buddy Ryan, more hitting in training camp than in actual games. Nah, I don't know about that. I don't know. I got soccer hair. I don't even know what the hell that means. What do you think about Carson Wentz needing more of a Phillip Rivers attitude? Yeah, I think that... Now, I love Phillip Rivers. I love Phillip Rivers because I watched the guy. I think he played with a torn ACL in the playoff game. I love Phillip Rivers. I don't want Wentz to have to be like somebody else. I just want Wentz to be himself. If he's competitive, if things bother him when he loses, if he wants to be the best that he can be, I'm okay with it. I don't want to make somebody else. I want them to be themselves. Wentz is huge. I saw him standing next to Sean O'Hat in an interview, and he looked like a dwarf in comparison. I don't know who you're talking about, like he was standing to, but yeah, Wentz is big. Wentz a big dude. You know? Redskins fans bragging about sweeping us and Ryan Kerrigan, but little do they know Matt Tobin was blocking him. I feel bad for the Reds. Oh, I had thought about the Redskins today. I said, what if the Redskins, just what if they're good? Like, what if Kirk Cousins is, like, motivated by this franchise and wants out? What if the Redskins are actually good? They got some talent on their team. We may be sleeping, and me included, we may be sleeping on the Redskins. I'm really curious to see what they do during preseason because I think Kirk Cousins is a good quarterback. I don't think he's like an elite top 5 quarterback, but I think he's the kind of quarterback that could win you a Super Bowl. So I got to tell you, are you proud to be a dingbat? Yeah, I'm very proud to be a dingbat, but I'm a dingbat in the right way. Cousins plays like Joe Montana against us. Yeah, he does. But I mean, geez, our corners have stunk for a long time. You know what I mean? Redskins are trash. I mean, I picked the Redskins to go like 4-12, something like that. I think the Redskins, I don't know. I want to see the Redskins in preseason because to me it's all about Kirk Cousins. You know? Okay, Green Forest, buddy, you take care, all right? We'll be talking again. What do I have to do to join the Dingbat Club? I don't know. I'll have to put something together. You know, I'm thinking about getting a Dingbat emergency broadcast system on the phones so it can go off every time we have a dingbat in process. But I'm definitely a dingbat. But there's different kinds of dingbats. I'm a good dingbat. Is Philly still live? My phone is buffering. Yeah, I'm here. It says I have a good connection. Be as an Eagle fan. It just shows how the NFC works. How do you think Alshon Jeffries will do? I think if Alshon Jeffrey can stay healthy, I think Alshon Jeffrey has 85 catches, about 1,300 to 1,400 yards, and 10 touchdowns. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's what I think. You know, I think Alshon should be good. I mean, Alshon's a good talent. He just got to stay healthy. LeGarrette Blount is he is. Go Giants. Woo, the Giants stink. The Giants stink always. They can't beat the Eagles. Man, you know, Giant fans really think they have something, don't they? Boy, you guys are going down. I love Kelly Green. Kelly Green is my favorite Eagles color. I love it. Dallas stinks. Dallas thinks they're going to win the division. The Giants think they're going to win the division. And Eagle fans, some Eagle fans think we're going to win the Super Bowl. And then some of us Eagle fans just think we're, going to be in the playoff hunt. I want the Eagles to win this division so bad to shut these people up. You think Alshon Jeffrey and Torrey Smith sign beyond this year? It's a very interesting question. I have no idea. I mean, I know Smith technically has 3 one-year deals, so he could be back. But I don't know about Alshon. I don't know what's in his heart. But Alshon could very well have a huge year and then walk. You know? I'm not going to lie. I think this is our most talented team. I'll be honest with you. I'm going to give you a minute of honesty, Cruising. The Giants' defense is pretty good. I love your defensive ends. I don't like your offensive line. Your running backs are big question marks. But your passing game scares the hell out of me, especially with the Eagles. I mean, I have a sweeping you. Then I look at the receivers and I go, what the hell did I just get myself into? Because you got ODB, you got Sterling Shepard, who I like a lot. And then I thought that, you know, to get what's-his-face, Brandon Marshall, was such a good signing. I do, you know. Yeah, we could have had Joe Mixon. Look, I think if it was me, I would have took a running back with that second-round pick. I would have took Cooks or Mixon, and then I would have tried to use 2 of my 4th-round picks and a 3rd and get back up and take Sidney Jones at that point. Is Alshon Jeffrey Julio Jones? No. Alshon's not Julio. Alshon does not have the speed of a Julio Jones. He's a big physical receiver. He creates separation with his size. I mean, he's physical. He's not going to burn anybody. I don't think Alshon can catch a 5-yard slant and go 90 yards. I don't think he can do that. He's not that kind of receiver. What does Doug Peterson have to do in order to gain the trust of Eagle fans and respect our league? I think he's got to go win some games. You know, what I'd like to see him do is open his playbook. I'd like him to stop saying that Carson Wentz is Alex Smith. That drives me nuts. He's not Alex Smith. He's not close to Alex Smith. And don't say that, you know. Open your playbook. Throw the ball more than 5 yards. And then sit there. And when a team adjusts to your game plan, adjust. Make adjustments. That's what he has to do. But to say that he reminds you of Alex Smith. When he says Carson Wentz reminds me of Alex Smith, to me that's the biggest insult I've ever heard. It pisses me off. It's insulting, in my opinion. How can you say he's Alex Smith? I still don't care much for Smith. If he leaves or we let him go, I want Sammy. Yeah, I want Sammy Watkins too. You know, I want him too. It can't EDP lotion. It like infuriates me when I start thinking about it because it pissed me off so much last year. Do you think we will beat Oakland Christmas Day? It depends. I have, in my prediction record, I have them beating it. I have us beating Oakland. But I have us beating Oakland primarily because I have Oakland clinched. And it's not a big deal. He's more than Alex Smith. I know. He is more. Alex Smith can't throw over 20 yards. Alex Smith has great legs. But Carson Wentz is nothing like Alex Smith at all. At all. And he says that he's Alex Smith. How can you see that? Do you think Wentz will have a better stats than Prescott? Yes, I do. I think Prescott's going to have an off year. Greg Ward or Marcus Johnson for the 6th spot. Right now, I'm going to say Greg Ward. But I know Marcus Johnson's doing really good. Le'Veon Bell would make our offense top 5. Le'Veon Bell would change this whole team. This whole team would be like dynamic. See, I don't look at our offense. We don't really. I mean, we have Sproles, but we don't have the home run hitter. You know what I mean? The biggest problem with our offense is we don't have the home run hitter. A lot of people think Torrey Smith is that guy. I don't believe that. But if you had a Le'Veon Bell, man, yeah, totally different team. Imagine how salty Giants fans will be when we left them, when the quarterback left them. I don't know what you mean. It went away. He's like Garrett Blunt, Marshawn Lynch. I don't know. Maybe. I mean, the thing with Blunt is he went to Pittsburgh. He wasn't that good. Then he went back to New England. He was good. He had over 300 carries. So I don't know how much he's going to be. I don't know how much they can use Blunt, to be honest with you. But, I mean, I liked the Blunt signing. It was great. You know who lost a lot of weight for the Eagles? Corey Clement. They say he's really thinned down. He looks really, really good. He may be a surprise. He may be a big surprise. I cannot wait to see him run. I'm so ready for preseason right now. I got to tell you, I'm so ready for it. Jordan Howard make our offense great? Maybe. Agree on Clement. Wisconsin running back. Yeah, the Wisconsin running back. He was undrafted free agent. He came in real thin. I think he's got a shot to make the team. At the very least, he's gonna make the practice squad. Odell Beckham Jr., Eli Manning. I don't know. Clement's gonna look good on the practice squad. Well, that's where I think he's set to make. But I want to see him have a big look. If you can get somebody who legitimately can take some carries away from Blunt because he had over 300 carries, I don't want to wear Blunt out. You know what I mean? You heard Smallwood looks pretty good. I haven't heard anything on Smallwood, so that'd be good. I heard Pumphrey looked good. I know he was injured today. Sproles is Sproles. You know, Timmy Jernigan flashed today. Got in the backfield a couple times. So yeah, I like Timmy Jernigan, but I can guarantee you, or I will put money that the fact that if he has a huge year, I don't see any way Timmy Jernigan comes back. I don't believe they're going to sign him when they pay Fletcher Cox what do they pay Fletcher Cox? Like $20 million? Would you take Ezekiel Elliott? Of course. Actually, when we were drafted, before we had a chance to get a quarterback, that was the guy I wanted. I wanted Ezekiel Elliott. You know what I mean? Blunt is not a 3-down back. He averaged 3.8 yard carry, 18 touchdowns, 15 or 10. Yeah, that's true, but that's why you have guys like Sproles. That's your 3rd down back. Even Smallwood and even whatever. But I still would like to take some carries with a guy like Clement away from him because he had so many. Is Timmy Jernigan better run stuffer than Benny Logan? I don't think he's a better run stuffer. I think he's a better rushing. But I like Jernigan. He's got a lot of talent. Do you think Cox is unfairly criticized by some Eagle fans? Well, tell me what specifically, and I'll tell you. Because there's some things I like about Cox, and there's some things I think people make good points about. Like when he went and didn't go to OTAs for vacation was totally ridiculous. Do you think Carson Wentz is Ben Roethlisberger? I think he has elements of Ben Roethlisberger. I definitely think he has elements of Ben. He reminds me of a mix of Ben and Andrew Luck. And one of the things I like is when he moves around the pocket and then throws the ball. Like, think about the play to Sproles against Pittsburgh. That was very Aaron Rodgers-like. When Doug Peterson, what I want to see Doug Peterson do, instead of trying to put him in a read option, teach him how to move around the pocket, buy time with his feet, and throw the ball downfield. That's what I want to see from Carson Wentz. I don't want him to do read options and things like that. Let the guy use his feet the right way. Use him the right way. Too early to call Shelton Gibson a bust. Yeah, of course. Look, even though I've heard many times where guys have great training camp and they look great in practice, and then in the preseason game they stink. They stink. Or they're great in the preseason game, they're great in practice, and then in the regular season they stink. Totally different. You know what I mean? I thought Doug Peterson compared Carson to Peyton. I never heard him say that. I know that somebody said something about but they were specifically talking about Carson audibling at the line of scrimmage. I never heard him compare him as a player to Peyton Manning. I heard him talk about audibling. I only heard him say he reminds him of Alex Smith. Are you kidding me? Alex Smith stinks. Do you think Nelson Aguilar will be a starter again above Matthews in the slot? I think there's a shot. Look, I'm a conspiracy theorist guy. I believe all the positive press with Aguilar, I think all of the talk about him is coming from the front office and you know, the beat writers who are pushing him, one, to prepare the Eagle fans for the replacement of Matthews, two, to build up his confidence, and three, because that's how they do things. I think they want Aguilar in that slot. I definitely do. He said his preparation was like Peyton Manning. Like, okay, I remember something about audibling and reading, but preparation, fine. But as a player, you're saying he looks like Alex Smith. To me, that's insulting. Defenses will double team Alshon. Absolutely. They're definitely going to. They're going to, and that's going to be, you're going to have to get guys like like Torrey Smith, like Matthews, like Ertz, they're gonna have to make plays. And he's gonna have to throw the ball downfield. He's gonna have to stretch the field. Now, I'm talking about the coach and his plays. I watched a lot of those games last year over again. You watch the routes the receivers run. They all stop. They find a spot and they stop. And it's always like 5 or 6 yards. It's pathetic. EDP lotion and my soccer mom hair are like, they're talking to each other. They're having like conversation, getting married. What are you guys going on a date when you love each other? What is your record prediction for the Eagles this upcoming season? Right now, I have them, in my last prediction, I have them 9-7 with the possibility of 10-6. But I'm going to redo it after preseason. I think that, you know, after a whole preseason, you have to redo it because you don't know what's going to happen. What happens if Kirk Cousins got traded to the Niners in preseason? Hey, hell, it happened with Bradford. So I'm saying, I think right around 9-7, I think the Eagles start off slow. I think they struggle with all the new people. And then I think by the end of the year, like the last half of the season, they're going to go on a run. 10-6 or 11-5. To me, that's, you know, that's all in the same area. 9-7 probably doesn't make the playoffs. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. You know? How awesome would it be to see Clement beat out Smallwood for a spot? Yes and no. Like, see, I like Smallwood that he has a little bit of speed. He's a little shiftier. But look, I just want to see Clement play. I want to see him play at a lighter weight. You know? Yes, you put him on the hair before dates. Cool. What, you're going on a date? What do you think will be our surprising win of the season? I think the Oakland is going to be a surprise. I think everybody's going to pick Oakland and we're going to beat them. That, you know, unless they clinch the playoff. As a Bear fans, you guys killed us with Wentz last season. Much respect to you guys. Hope we will do better this year with our revamped defense, and good luck. Good luck to you, Dub Gaming. Thanks for coming on here. I know your Bears are going through some stuff, but you can send Kyle Fuller. We have a great guy. We have a great, wonderful person that you need on your team. His name is Michael Kendricks, and we would love to send him to Chicago. So I will drive him to the airport. EDP lotion and my mom's soccer hair. They're going to go on a date, and then they'll drive him after their movie. Still mad about Sidney Jones playing this year? I don't know that he's going to play this year. I think they want him to play this year. I think if the Eagles go out and get a corner, I don't think that'll happen. Bears are trash, bro. Nobody's worried about them. Is a Giants fan really trying to talk online? Is a Giants fan really trying to talk on? Giants fans always talk. The Jets will be trash. The Jets are always trash. The Jets stink. We'll beat the Redskins this year, or even beat both of the Skins games. Well, look, we have to get by the Skins. The Skins have our number. You know what I mean? Like, I talk about the Giants. You know, we'll beat the Giants twice because we're in their head. But the Giants, you know, we're in their head. The Redskins are in ours. They're beating us. I got really distracted. What is it? Eagles fans can't even talk. What do you want? Sign language? Here you go. Dallas Giants stink. Dallas and Giants will be tough away. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, look, division teams always know how to play each other away, and I don't think it matters so much. You know what I mean? Jets are dumpster fire. Yeah, the Jets are bad. The Redskins are sneaky good. I'm not sleeping on them, and Kirk has our number. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. The Redskins have our number. I don't know what the deal with Kirk Cousins is. You know what I mean? I don't really know. If he plays good because he's motivated, the Redskins can be a lot better than we think. If the Redskins, you know, they don't believe in him or he doesn't want to play and it goes bad, they could be really bad. Redskins could go any direction. Do you think the Eagles will get Joe Hayden? I don't think the Eagles are going to get Joe Hayden. Not at all. I don't. I think he's too expensive. I think the guy that they're probably going to get most likely is Fuller. Now, I think there's a Chicago guy on here. If he's still here, he may be able to say more why they're getting ready to leave. Jordan Lewis versus Sidney Jones. Who will be a better cornerback? Long term, I believe Sidney Jones is a better cornerback. I believe Sidney Jones is going to be an elite corner. I believe Sidney Jones is a stud. The thing with Sidney Jones, as I always say, is he has to be healthy. You can't mess around. You can't mess around with an Achilles injury. Who is our biggest upset this year? I would say, if I had to guess, I'm going to say Oakland. Love watching you all the way from Orlando. Go Eagles. Oh, thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. I'm glad that you're here. Orlando's awesome. Love Orlando. Eagles defensive MVP, Jordan Hicks. Not only is Jordan Hicks defensive MVP, I believe Jordan Hicks will be the MVP, possibly defensive player of the year. I think he's going to be at least a candidate. What happened to Corey Shepard? I don't know. What do you mean? Who? The whole reason of what you care about right now, your football looking small, helicopter to start spewing, irrelevant life, spiritual football. Yeah, You sound like such a Christian upstanding man, you Momo. That's called dingbat. Dingbat emergency broadcast system. We got a dingbat in the house. Dingbat emergency broadcast system. We got a dingbat in the house. Done. Bye-bye. Yeah, you can't even spell, buddy. You can't even spell. You got to have a timeout because I got to treat you like a baby. Corey Shepard, what happened? I don't know what happened. What happened? I don't know. The dingbat emergency system just went off. I'm going to have to make like an iPhone app and have a dingbat emergency broadcast system so we all can know when the dingbats are upon us. What the hell that guy's problem is? He calls himself a Christian the way he's talking. What a momo. Adam Zaruba, chances? I think it's very hard for him to make the tight end. We got three tight ends already on this team. I don't think my blood pressure's fine. What the hell are you talking about? I'm strong like bull. Sidney Jones will be a Pro Bowler corner, in my opinion. At some point, I think you're right. Trade for Sherman. I don't think the Seattle's going to trade for Sherman. Get the broom ready, Gregory. Not concerned about... Nah, I got the blue broom downstairs. I got a blue broom just for the Giants and when we sweep them. You know what I mean? I don't know. I miss what happened to him. What happened to Corey Shepard? I swear I don't know. Wentz went 7-9. He will be great with weapons. 13-3. Wentz looks great right now. If he has weapons and they really work, look, he's going to be fine. 13-3 though. That's. I mean, look. You need your defense. Do you think Wolford will make the team? No. When Eli Manning retires, Wentz may take the NFC East. When Eli retires, Wentz may take the NFC East. I think Eli, I think Eli's got like a year or two left. I don't think Eli is going to be so great that we can't beat him. But to me, Eli's one of those guys that when they get into the playoffs, he's scary. They can win on the road. You have to be scared to play Giants in the playoffs. I like you and you're funny, but you won't answer. What do you think about Greg Ward? Oh, Market, I'm sorry, buddy. I got so many things coming at once. It's so hard to keep up. Like, I get 4 or 5 questions and they all disappear really, really quick. So I'm sorry that I didn't answer it. It wasn't that I'm trying to. What I think about Greg Ward, I think he looks great. I thought his catch the other day was awesome. I cannot wait to see him play. I'm very excited. I would say he's probably my top 3 or 4 guys that I cannot wait to see. I'm very excited about him. So far, I love him. Mills and Douglas will lock up the corner. Our D-line ain't giving no quarterback time to torch our secondary. Those ends, Brandon Graham, Vinny Curry, all those guys, they got to step up. They got to step up. It's between Johnson or Ward. I've heard good things about both of them. That's great. But to me, I would say, Ward at this point. 63 people watching. He won't answer all your questions, children. Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely trying. I'm definitely trying. And if you keep asking, I will, I will try to answer. I'm doing the best I can. It is a lot of questions. I mean, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to be doing this every week. Thank you, Pistol Whipping, for that anyways. Spunky, what the... he said 9-7 this team. I think 9-7 right now. But they could go 10-6. They could go 8-8. They could go 5. It's close. I mean, we're right around that area. I need to see preseason, you know? Wentz's mechanics are still jacked. From what I saw of Wentz's mechanics, from what I've seen of him throwing, he looks like everything's a lot more compact, and he looks like he got a quicker release. He throws a heavy ball, man. That guy has a big-time arm. Big time. Thanks a lot to me, too. Yeah, thank you, Marquette. Thank you, buddy. You're doing a good job. You got my subscription. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. I do. I really appreciate it. If Wentz shows improvement, but we finish 8-8, Doug get fired, it depends. I mean, if we're losing games because Doug Peterson didn't make adjustments, if he's going for like stupid 4th downs or not kicking field goals in certain situations, yeah. To me personally, if they go 8-8 with Doug Peterson, I'm probably firing him. What Eagles rookie are you most excited about? I'm definitely, probably, honestly, most excited about Rasul Douglas and the future of Sidney Jones. I really liked the Rasul Douglas pick. That was something I really was like, I was very happy with that pick. You know, Jonathan Hankins went to Indianapolis. We're going 11-5, Big D. Hey, man, we're only talking about 2 games different. Wentz and Jeffrey becoming good friends. Yeah, that's what I heard. Didn't they go on vacation together or do something for the church together? When the season starts, will you stream watching some games? I'm going to do... I don't know if I'm going to stream like the games or me watching every single game. Dude, I'm a nut when I watch a game. I don't even barely sit. I just pace. I pace a lot. What is it? $2. My Dynasty League, $2. Thank you, buddy. You gave me a little super chat. Thank you. I appreciate that. Dude, thank you from the bottom of my heart. That came out of nowhere. Thank you. Wow. Super chat. I think that's the first one. Thank you. I think 9-7. Right now I'm at 9-7. Thank you, Dynasty, for the super chat. That's really cool, you man. I don't even know what to say, but thank you. I think 9-7 right now. We got preseason to go, so we'll figure it out. Odell Beckham wants to be the highest paid player in the league. What a joke. Highest paid receiver? He's one of the best receivers in the league. You know what I mean? I didn't even know people could donate. I just found that out too, man. How many yards and touchdowns do you think Aguilar will have? How many yards do I think Aguilar have? Well, I'm not believing in Aguilar yet, okay? So I'm still, I guess I'm on to Jordan Matthews. I still believe Jordan Matthews is the slot. He's the main starter. So if Aguilar's not starting, I would say, if he's lucky, 400, 500. If he takes the slot over, it could be a whole different game. You know what I mean? Eagles, no NFC Championship game this year. I think it's going to be hard. But look, you get to the playoffs. You know what I mean? 700 yards for Nelson Aguilar. So, Big D, you're saying 700 yards for Aguilar. If he's getting 700 yards, then would that would mean that you think he's starting over Jordan Matthews? Odell Beckham Jr. turned into Aguilar in the playoffs. Yeah, well, you know, it was kind of weird that he went to Miami between games and that whole kind of thing. That didn't look good. But I'll tell you what, I'm not going to lie. I would take Odell Beckham in a minute. I would take him in a second. Julio Jones, Antonio Brown, Dez Bryant. I love Julio Jones. That's why that was one of the reasons why I wanted Corey Davis, because Corey Davis has that in him. Can you do a subscriber fantasy league football, Chris K? I could try to do something, you know what I mean? I could definitely try to do something on that. It's possible. I have to look into it. I'm not the greatest with computer and know where to go to host and all that, but if you want to help me figure it out, yeah, you can want whatever you want. Don't mean you're going to get it. That's true. That's true. But Odell Beckham is really good. If he goes out and plays to his ability, he could be the best receiver in football. I believe that. I mean, I think he's definitely top 3 or 4. Fuller may get cut. We the Bears decline his 5th-year option. A lot of corners to take his place. It's obviously we don't want him. 7 picks, 70 tackles, first 2 years. Also think about Tracy Porter, good vet. Yeah, Tracy Porter, somebody brought that up to me yesterday. I don't know if it was you or not. Tracy Porter's a good option. I think he's a free agent too, right? But Kyle Fuller probably getting cut. He's probably going to get cut. So to me, if he's going to get cut and you're the Eagles, you could literally offer them like a 6th-round pick, 5th-round pick. He's going to get cut anyway. Maybe you get something for him. See, I think the Eagles are going to get something. I think a big trade's coming. But see, here's what I think. I think that it's not going to happen like tomorrow or the next day. I think they're going to wait until the preseason's going. See who gets hurt. See who doesn't get hurt. And then we're going to know. You know what I'm saying? Then we'll know. Cruising 20. Odell Beckham Jr. is tied with Brown for 2nd best wide receiver in the league. He is very good. New York now has 2 head cases at wide receiver, both wanting the ball. Get your ball. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I mean, I guess the Giants can always implode with their egos. I mean, that's very possible. You know what I mean? I mean, if they were Dallas, if Odell Beckham was on Dallas and Brandon Marshall on Dallas, dude, this would be disaster times 5. You know? Who leads on sacks for us this year? All Day J. All Day J, I'm going to say that Brandon Graham, in the best case scenario, I think Brandon Graham is going to convert more sacks this year and have 10 sacks. You need an end to have double-digit sacks for this team. I don't think everybody can have 4 sacks. Brown and Odell Beckham Jr. are tied for 2nd, I guess. I think, yeah, I think somewhere around 2, 3, somewhere around there. I really like Julio Jones. Hicks is the best linebacker in the NFL. To me, I think he's top 3. I think he's top 3, and he may be by the end. Then you get, oh man, Jarvis Landry, dude. I love Jarvis Landry. If he's available with Trey, I would love Jarvis Landry in the slot. That dude, I love that dude. That guy's very underrated, I think. Nobody's brought up Revis tonight. I'm shocked. Well, Revis is, I think it's pretty apparent they're not signing Revis. Revis is gone. You know, he's 32. I think he's got like $6 million something. The Jets are on the hook for like $6 million. So if the Eagles sign him, they have to pay that. I don't think he's coming to Philly at all. Do you think Alshon will re-sign if he has a breakout year? I mean, look, I think if Alshon has a breakout year, you have to try to re-sign him. But he's also going to get top money. So it becomes a very interesting scenario, you know. I think that if he has a breakout year, I think you have to get him done. I mean, but what's a franchise tag cost? Like $20 million? Best receiver since T.O. Who's the best receiver since T.O.? I'm sorry, I missed it. Next week. See, I'm gonna be streaming every Sunday. Probably like a couple hours before Eagles games because I get antsy. And then like after the Eagles game, I may be even coming on with like 2 minutes left in the game, a minute in the game, that kind of thing. Because it's a lot easier for me just to react than have to go and react and upload and do all that stuff. I'd rather just come on and talk about it because you'll be pissed, I'll be pissed, you'll be happy, I'll be happy. We'll be, you know, what we're doing. Brent Selleck and Ron Brooks took pay cuts. He will be signing back key player. I mean, if Alshon has a breakout year, you have to re-sign him. Otherwise, you're starting all over. I don't see they have a choice. Packers versus Eagles week 1 preseason. How long will starters play? I would play the starters 1 series. I did hear that they may not even play the first game. They may not even start them. I would play them 1 series and I would take them out. You know? Is the Eagles-Packers preseason opener on national TV? I don't think it is. I think it's a Thursday, right? I think it's Thursday. There's a lot of games that night, but I don't know if it's on national. Who has the best season? Torrey Smith, Jordan Matthews, or Nelson Aguilar? I'm going to say Jordan Matthews. I know a lot of people are crapping on him. They think it's done. He stinks. He's got hands of cement. I get it, but I just can't believe in Torrey. I can't believe in Torrey Smith, and I can't believe in Nelson Aguilar. Now, me saying that, those 2 guys looked great today in training camp. So what the hell do I know? Maybe you know, maybe I'm totally wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I think Jordan Matthews in the slot, not being the #1 receiver, who's worse, Patriot fans or Cowboy fans? Cowboy fans are the worst. They're the worst ever because they have a satanic helmet. See, they worship Satan, right? That old Christian who was not talking like Christian, he's a Cowboy fan because they're cockroaches and he stink. And a satanic star makes them the worst. Jordan Matthews is better than Torrey Smith. I think so. Cruz at 20 said, I will subscribe. To me? Thanks. Cowboy fans, they stink. Yeah, they stink. Cowboy fans are delusional. They're the most delusional fans I've ever seen. I've never seen anybody more delusional than Cowboy fans. It's not even close. It's not even close. We own the Giants. Nothing delusional about that. No, that's just a fact. I mean, right now we own the Giants. Look at all the ways we beat the Giants. I mean, you had the what? You had the kneel down, the miracle medal line. Okay, thanks, Cruz. I appreciate that, buddy. Giants suck real bad. Giants suck when it comes to playing the Eagles. All the ways we beat them, you know we're always going to beat them a weird way. They know it. We know it. That's why when you say, what do you think they're going to do against the Eagles to a Giants fan, they always say split because they're just hope. That's what they hope for. They hope for a split every year. We hope for a sweep every year. That's how you know you own a team. When you know, Aguilar looks good in practice, so let's get rid of our second best receiver. That's what most Eagle fans are saying. I think that they are saying that, and I think the front office is kind of saying that too, because the fact is they don't expect to sign Jordan Matthews after this year. So I think there are people that want to push him out. They're like detaching. But I think that you know, if Aguilar, here's my thought. If Aguilar goes out there and he really plays good and he performs and he's really, really good, I think then you can take out Matthews and you can put Aguilar in. Then you can trade him before the deadline. But you don't go into the season and just start Aguilar at the slot. I think that's crazy. And people that want to trade him they want to trade Jordan Matthews for Fuller. They want to give him up for nothing. For nothing. To me, you could get Fuller so cheap. And I've heard people say Matthews and a second-round pick for Fuller. No way. No. We need a second-round pick, cornerbacks and linebackers. Well, we got 3/4. So we got 3/4. We can figure out a way. Dingbats, Howie Roseman. Howie Roseman, dingbat. Total. He'll be the face of my dingbat emergency broadcast system. Some Eagle fans are so uneducated, sad. I can't talk. I'm not going to talk about Eagle fans. Cowboy fans are the most delusional fan base ever in any sport. Oh, without question. Without question, you know. J. Matthew value not there. Slow stone hands. Well, I get it. He is slow, and he does have hands of cement. But I'm not going to just let him go. I mean, see, here's the thing. You let Matthews go. Do you really trust Aguilar that much? Do you really trust Torrey Smith that much? Because if you let Matthews go and they're not that good, we're in big trouble. We're in big trouble. I don't trust Aguilar or Torrey Smith to be, you know, that good that I can let Matthews go. I would rather trade Matthews like week 3 if Aguilar is so good. Cowboy fans are cocky. Yeah, they're the only team that I've ever seen cocky and arrogant and go 1-15. Oh, Matt Collins. I'm really excited about seeing him. Yeah, I want to see Matt Collins. I want to see Corey Clement. I want to see Rasul Douglas. I even want to see Derek Barnett. I want to watch Derek Barnett's explosion off the line. I'm really curious about that. Wentz is dangerous. If we make the playoffs, and him versus Winston will be a battle. Yeah. Have you guys seen, like, do any of you guys watch the Hard Knocks? Because I like watching Hard Knocks. I might want to talk about it. I might have to talk about it or something. Maybe on my second channel. But, like, Jameis Winston looks like in tremendous shape. I don't know if you've seen. He looks like he's 25 pounds lighter. That dude is going to have a monster year. We're not letting Matthews go for nothing less than a third. Fuller is worth a fifth. Maybe get him off Totally agree with you, man. I totally agree, Pistol. I'm not letting Matthews go for. You have to give me at least a second. Okay, Fuller, you can get Fuller for a lot. Now, I said I would give maybe a fourth because I have 3, but the more I think about it, you don't even need to do that. Will the Eagles' O-line be top 5 this year, Sammy? Yeah, I think by the end of the year they will be, because I think that Kelsey will be replaced at some point. Will Sidney Jones suit up this year? Will Sidney Jones suit up this year? I think the Eagles want him to. I hope not. I hope not. I want him to rest the whole year. Don't worry about it. Your Giants own the Cowboys. We own you Giants. The Redskins own us. The Cowboys own the Redskins. Welcome to the NFC East, Spunky. It's always been like that. It's just a matter of which way it's going. Jeffrey owns Norman. Norman is soft. I think Norman... I'm not big on Norman. I think Norman's overrated. I think he was better in Carolina. He should have stayed there. I think Howie gets fired sometime this year. Adam, you might be right. If guys don't perform, if things go south, I think you're going to see Howie try to blame the coach, and then who knows what happens. But I think Howie Roseman has to have a good year. He went out and they did a lot of things. He's going to have a good year. How bad is Dallas' defense? It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad, but they're going to be better in a couple years. Because I do like their corners they got. I do like some of the moves that they made, but don't tell them that. Don't tell Cowboy fans that. But they're not going to help them this year. This year they're done. Dallas is they're a ticking time bomb. Tick tock, tick tock. Dallas going down. I'm telling you. Maybe one day you could talk with a subscriber about certain football topics. Maybe one day you could talk with a subscriber about certain football topics. That's a very general question. What subscriber and what topic? I try to talk to all my subscribers. You go on my channel, you look at my videos, I answer everybody's question. I try to talk to everybody, so I don't know what the hell you're talking about. You might want to explain to me. Personally, I don't know what you're talking about. But I'm here. Talk to me. I'm here. Jeffrey will abuse that bum Norman. Yeah, Jeffrey's going to tear him up. I'm not big on Norman. I'm not, Eagles are dangerous. Eagles could be very dangerous. If that offense comes together and those receivers play where I think they can, and if that defense, if those corners don't cost us games, we're good. Tight end position rank. I think Ertz is probably, I think he's about 9 or 10 rank. I like Burton a lot. I think Burton is underrated. It's crazy how overrated Norman is after one good season in Carolina. I mean, he was okay last year. I thought he did okay. I just think that, I don't think he's as good as the Redskins paid him for. And I think Alshon's going to beat his butt this year. I don't think there's any question. I think he talks a lot. Eagles, the most balanced team in the NFC East. I would say I'd probably put the Giants slightly above because I think the Giants have a better defense. Hey, I know this guy. Yeah. Odell and Marshall, we stink this year. Dude, the trolls are coming. They're coming, but they stink. They're babies. They talk like morons. You talk like dingbats. Dingbat emergency broadcasting system has been activated. You're in a timeout. Diapers, bottles, bibs. Go drink it, buddy. The hype is real. Hey, I'm all for it. I'm all for the Eagles to go on a run. I would love more than nothing to go on a run. You know what I mean? This is hilarious. Well, I don't. What is? Get the losers out of here. They stink. They go in a timeout. I push the button. They're in a timeout like a little baby dingbats. And the dingbat emergency broadcasting system doesn't fail. It's better than the thing that goes off on the TVs. EAGL, yes, baby. Go Eagles. I love it. I'll take all the dingbats. I'll go. We can go all day. I'll battle them. I'll just put them in timeouts. Over under 4 kick return, punt return, touch. That's a good number, Chris. I'm going to say over because I'm going to say Sproles gets you 2. I say Sproles gets you 2. Maybe Aguilar gets you. I'm going to say they're going to get five combined touchdowns. Cunningham or McNabb. McNabb deserves to be statistically, better than Cunningham. But Cunningham, in my book, in my opinion, I take Cunningham. Chris Long still got something left in the tank. I don't know. I don't know. I actually don't really like Chris Long. I'm not going to lie. I liked him a couple years ago. The guy I like is Steven Means. I think Steven Means is the man. Please don't do the Cunningham. I'm not trying. I'm just saying, personally, Cunningham is like one of my favorite guys of all time. But I love McNabb too. McNabb deserves the credit. I mean, McNabb went to 5 NFC Championship games. Can Brandon Graham get double-digit sacks? Big D. He's never had over 6.5. But I think this is the year. To me, it's do or die. If he doesn't do it this year, he'll never do it. Real Eagle fans know they both are great. Yeah, they both are great. It's a very hard question to answer. When I was growing up, I was a little kid. Randall Cunningham was the biggest guy, so I love him. But I love McNabb. McNabb was, McNabb was not bad. Look, I love them both. What will be the toughest game this year? I think that Kansas City game in Kansas City is tough. I think that is a tough game. And then going to Carolina on Thursday night, not because I think Carolina is so great, but because you're playing on Thursday night is never easy, especially when it's on the road. And then, of course, the Oakland game. If Oakland is still fighting for division or home field, it could be really tough. But we could. Oh, and don't forget, probably the toughest really is probably Seattle and Seattle too. I mean, it's hard to win Seattle. So I would say probably Seattle. It's hard to win. I think the Eagles forget the Eagles special teams. Eagles special teams is the best in the league. And I don't even think it's even close. There's nobody better than the Eagles special teams. Definitely. All right, so listen, I'm going to do about 3 more minutes, and then I got to cut out and go do some stuff and buy some more diapers and bibs for the dingbat babies that are in their corners. What was the last season? We got Dalvin Cook and Latavius Murray, Harrison Smith, B. Thielen, Anthony Barr, Micah Kendricks. Yeah, the Minnesota's got a good defense. I love Minnesota's running back. I love that draft pick. The problem I think with Minnesota is I don't think much of Sam Bradford. I think Sam Bradford is like an average quarterback. So I think Minnesota, they got to go up against Green Bay. I think it's tough. But I think Minnesota's got a good defense. I like their running back. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Philly, you leaving? Hold up. Let me smoke this weed with you. All right, buddy. I'll wait until you smoke it. Light it if you got it. Your special teams, F the Giants every year. Personally, can you guys trade us special teams coach and Kendricks for a 5th round pick? How about for a 3rd round pick? How much pot do I smoke? I haven't smoked pot in a long time, Pistol. I'm going to tell you the truth. The last time I smoked pot was at Rutgers University. And I literally thought the FBI, my shadow was the FBI chasing me around. I smoked it. I thought my shadow was FBI, and I literally spent the whole night running away from my shadow. It was embarrassing because everybody's laughing, and I swear I heard my feet grow. And after that, it just paranoid. I just kind of stayed away from it. But I was messed up. I'll tell you that. It was the first time I saw the Roots. The Roots were playing a free concert. They were amazing. If the Eagles keep 6 wide receivers, how the 6 Greg Ward or Marcus Johnson or maybe someone else? I think Greg Ward. Thanks, Dynasty. You gave me another super chat. Thanks, my Dynasty League. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat. That is awesome. Thank you. I still don't know what the other guy was talking about something about talking to some of my subscribers. I wish he would explain that to me. You Eagles miss McCoy? Yeah, we miss McCoy. I wish we never got rid of McCoy. I loved McCoy. McCoy was awesome. How many seasons till we hit a Super Bowl? I think if we get everybody signed and everything goes according to plan, I think 2 to 3 years and we do it. I think 2 to 3 years and we should do it. But we got to bring everybody back. Alshon or Djax? I think Alshon's better overall wide receivers. I miss Deshaun Jackson's speed, though. I wish we had him still. I was a Deshaun Jackson fan. I like Deshaun Jackson, and I wish we never had gotten rid of him. Fly, Eagles, fly on the road to victory. New Jersey, yes, buddy, you got it. Zach Ward possibility? You know, I was very excited about Zach Ward, but I haven't heard anything from him. I mean, I know he was going to try out for Detroit. I know he's going to go practice for Detroit. I haven't heard anything. But if he can pass the physical, I would sign him in a second, especially if you get rid of Kendricks. All right, Spunky, I'll talk to you later, buddy. Thank you. Thanks for coming. Any flyer videos in the future? Yeah, I'm going to do some. I need to do a little more flyers, a little more Phillies. I recognize that, and I will at some point. Right now, it's just with football happening, everything happening, it's a little hard. But we'll definitely, we'll definitely deal with that. I'll definitely have it. Eagles are going to the playoffs and NFC Championship. NFC Championship? They go to the NFC Championship. The NFC Championship. I'll shave my head on camera. I'll shave my head on camera. I'll let my kids come on a live stream and shave my head. That's how excited I'd be if the Eagles win the NFC Championship. Need a Nolan Patrick film study. Okay, I could do that. If I could find video. Giants NFC Championship. Giants are definitely a threat. Giants are definitely a threat. If Eagles get Kyle Fuller, who will be the starting in 2018? I think if they got Kyle Fuller and they get him early enough, I'm going to say Fuller and Mills to start. I think if they get Fuller, I also think that you're not going to see what's his face? You're not going to see Sidney Jones all year. You know? Who's that guy? It's another dingbat. Dingbat emergency broadcast system has gone in effect, and you're blocked going the corner, you're thinking dingbat. Honestly, besides the Falcons, no team is better than Giants. Man, I think the Giants are okay. Hey, how you doing, buddy? Good fellas, what's up, buddy? I see you there. How you doing, buddy? Yeah, I'm going to be doing these live streams. I'm going to do one at least every Sunday. At least every Sunday, I will do one. Pre-game, after the Eagles game, I will do a live stream. And then, during the week too, whenever I see fit or breaking news, that kind of thing. What will the Falcons do this year? I think the Falcons are a really, really good, complete team. But I just don't know, can they get over that hangover? I mean, the way they lost the Super Bowl is brutal. The way they lost that Super Bowl is brutal. You know what I mean? I don't know if they can recover from that. If they can win the division. But I do think Tampa Bay is a force to be reckoned with. Definitely think they're a force. Trash. What trash? The Pats like to be brutal to teams. The Pats like to be... The Patriots are, to me, they're the monster of the NFL. I think that they go... Another dingbat. Got to get a timeout. Yeah, they are. But, we got to block them. Who do you want to see in the AFC play in the Super Bowl? Who do I want to see? The AFC? Who do you want to see in the AFC play? Oh, you know what? I would like this. I mean, if the Eagles are playing, I want the Patriots because I want to beat Tom Brady. I would want to beat Tom Brady's stinking butt. But if the Eagles aren't in there, I would like to see Oakland Raiders. I think that's a fun team to watch. That's a fun team to watch. I wouldn't mind seeing them. Why does Tennessee want every player we want? Like how we wanted Corey? I know, it does seem like that. It seems like every time we're trying, and then Brandon Cooks too, where we're trying to get him. Eagles are making a playoff this year. I hope so. I definitely hope so. Rob Ninovich, he retired. He ain't coming back. He ain't coming back. Yeah, he retired. Pistol's right. Yeah, Pistol, I'll do at least 2 a week. I mean, if there's breaking news, I'm going to come right in. You know what I mean? We can't stop the Cowboys, though, man. It's going to be a rough year. We can't stop the Cowboys, though. Man, it's going to be a rough year. Mr. Wright, you're a Cowboy fan. No Eagle fan's going to say, man, we can't stop the Cowboys. That means you're an undercover Cowboy fan acting like an Eagle fan, because Eagle fans don't say things like that. Come on, I got you, buddy. I know what you're doing. You can't fool me. No Eagle fan says that. That's great. I give the guy credit for trying. I missed the right respect. I give you credit for trying. I don't know Tom Brady has had a good record of beating teams that have a bird logo. Yeah, I have to. They beat Atlanta. They beat us in the Super Bowl. Making me feel what you call it sad. Let's talk Sixers next week. We'll talk some Sixers. I do have a LeBron James Sixers video. I just haven't released it. I have to edit it, but I did it. I filmed it the other day. I haven't gotten it out yet. Igor, yeah, he's talking. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Eagles defensive line will wreck teams this year. I hope so. Y'all Eagle fans are delusional. Yes, we are. But you guys are the most delusional. Dallas Cowboy fans are the most delusional fans in the entire world, in every sport in the entire galaxy. You understand? You guys are the most delusional because you got a satanic star on your helmet. You guys worship Satan. You sacrifice children. You sacrifice women. You drink their blood. You're the Dallas Cowboys, the satanic star, the evil empire. We know who you are. Any accidents waiting to happen in Dallas Cowboys every day. LeBron is coming to Philly, I'm telling you. I hope so. I kind of hope so. It depends. We got rings, y'all don't. You got rings, and we don't. But how old are you? Did you remember any of them? I remember them. Who cares? That's the past. I don't live in the past. I'm living in the future. It's time for the future. We're going to win one next. How about that? You might have more, but we're going to win one next. I don't think the Sixers should get James. Adam, to me, it totally depends. If LeBron James comes in and he's going to sit there and tell us who to get, how to get him, then I don't want him. If he's quiet and just plays, then I'm okay with it. You all get rings from K Jeweler. Yeah, we do. We get them from K Jeweler all the time. But we're going to get the Super Bowl ring before you get your next one. We'll get ours before you get yours. You know what I mean? Do you think Ryan Matthews is going to be cut by the Eagles? I did think so, but the more time that goes on, I'm not sure about it. Philly 500, I had words with you recently over Dak and Wentz both being good. Dak has better accuracy and Wentz has the stronger arm. Yeah, I vaguely remember that, but hey, look, I don't want to give Dallas Cowboys any credit. I think that if you look at Dak Prescott, the one thing I will say is he did impress me during the playoff loss, the way he came back and made it a game against Green Bay. But, you know, he had a fairly easy year and things fairly went his way. Let's see how he is when he goes through things, you know, that are tough. Let's see him struggle. Wentz struggled. Wentz went through things. He went through a lot of things. But you know what? Wentz carried himself good. Those are the things I want to see Dak do, you know. Yeah, Dak had an easy year. I mean, look, when you have 3 minutes and you're eating dinner in the pocket and nobody's getting pressure on you and you have that line and that running back, yeah, you have a pretty easy year. But let's see what happens when he has struggles, when he gets pressure, when he gets knocked around on his ass a little bit. Let's see what happens then. That's all I'm saying. That's what I want to see from him. Hey, Dallas won round 1. You can go on and see my eating crow. I ate crow last year from Dallas. I stepped up to the plate and I ate my crow. So, yeah, I'm telling you, I think so. I think they had an easy year last year. I want to see Dak this year. I think he's going to stink. I do. If I say something wrong, I'll eat crow. I'll say I'm sorry. I'll admit when I'm wrong. You know what I mean? What do you think Wentz touchdown interception ratio is going to be this year? Here's what I think. I think Wentz is going to throw 27 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, about 4,100 yards. That's what I have him at. So 27 and 12 would be it, in my opinion. Look, the Cowboys, they had a great offensive line. They controlled the clock, and that was it. Wentz ain't throwing 27 touchdowns. X-Men. How many is Dak throwing? How many is Dak going to throw? Imagine if Wentz was the Dallas quarterback. If Wentz was the Dallas quarterback last year, Dallas might have won the Super Bowl. Dallas fans, you guys are nuts. You guys have that satanic star. You think everything is for Dallas. You think the whole league is geared so Dallas can win. Dallas stinks. They're going down, and I'm going to talk about it all year, and I'm going to be on next week watching you guys struggle in the Hall of Fame game. Now, at least 30 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, 4,000 yards. 30 touchdowns is hard to get in the NFL. How are the Eagles going to stop Odell Beckham Jr. and Byron Marshall? I don't know that they are. I don't know that they are. They're just going to have to keep up in the scoreboard. That's why that offense is going to have to keep up. We're going to crush the Cardinals on Thursday. I can't wait. I'll be watching. I'll be talking about them. I'm going to sub to you to hear that. Okay, buddy. You sub now. Hey, I ate crow last year. You should see the video of me eating crow last year. It was pretty hard. That was hard. Man, that hurt me. Telling them how great that Cowboy. Oh, man, that really hurt. I actually do think Dak is going to be good, and I do think Elliott is good. I do think they're good. I like to talk trash with Dallas. I like to talk trash to Giants. I respect their fans for their loyalty to their team, but I like to play around. I like to play around with them, but it's not personal. We're going to be a pass-first offense. I don't think 30 touchdowns is unrealistic because we also had a lot of turnovers. Well, look, man, Pistol, if he could get 30 touchdowns, that would be amazing. I just don't know what second-year quarterback has done it. I think Marino had 48. You tell me who had 30. I just don't remember. I think 30 is hard. That's why I have him under. Dak is a winner until playoffs. Yeah, Dallas has become big time chokers. You know what I mean? Are you going to miss Romo getting smacked around? I am. I really am. I hate the Cowboy fans the most. They just trash us every day. It's so annoying. Yeah, look, they get on your nerves, but at the same time, I like to battle with them. I like to argue with them. I like to have fun and mix it up. You know what I mean? It's not personal. I don't really hate anybody because of the team they root for. I just like to have fun. Who's more loyal, Brown fans or Eagle fans? It's hard to say because the Browns fans had to watch their team leave for like how many years? You know what I mean? That's pretty tough to leave and then come back. But I'm going to still say the Eagle fans because I've never seen an Eagle fan be a bandwagon. I've never seen a bandwagon Eagle fan. Eagle fans, no. You all wish you had our O-line. Yeah, but you wish you had our quarterback. Eagles defense is scary. The secondary scares me. I don't know if they're scary. Brown fans are not loyal. Why does everyone say that? I don't know anything about the Brown fan. I don't know. But I just know that if my team left, I would be pretty pissed off. We just do to Dak what we did to Romo. Look, Dak went to the playoffs. He was the #1 seed, and he lost to the Green Bay Packers. He didn't step up. He didn't win the game. He didn't win the playoff game. He lost. Okay? Who has more playoff losses? Carson Wentz or Dak Prescott? Dak Prescott. Carson Wentz has none. Who has more Super Bowls? Dak Prescott or Carson Wentz? They have the same. Who has been to NFC Championship games? Dak Prescott or Carson Wentz? Neither. The same. You lose in the playoffs, you lose. You're a loser. You win in the playoffs, you're a winner. So Dak was a loser. And look, we didn't make the playoffs. We were a loser last year too. But we're even. You had a better record last year. That was round 1. You win round 1. Now it's time for round 2. Do you think Dak would be good in Cleveland? I do not. I don't think Dak would have been as good as Carson Wentz with Philly. Why the hell would there be bandwagon Eagle fans? They had never won anything. Well, yeah, but there was 5-6 years where they were going to win every year. There could have been a lot of people that started to root for them just because they were in NFC Championship games, but there wasn't. You never see our fans jump ship. Look, almost don't count in football. That's how I look at it. No one is good in Cleveland. That's true. That's true. Dak will be nothing once Zeke is suspended. There's my guy giving me super chats. Awesome. Fly, Eagles, fly. You know it. Yeah, I think, look, we'll see what Dallas does. I mean, if I'm a Cowboy fan, I got to be a little worried with all the off-the-field stuff going on. What is your opinion with Torrey Smith after today's open practice? You were kind of down on him when you heard we were kind of for free agency. I don't believe in Torrey Smith because I think he's just too old. Now, I did have some friends come and tell me today that I'm totally going to be eating my words because he looked pretty fast and he didn't look old at all. So we'll have to see. I just think that I'm not going to put much stock into, practice. Let's see what he does in preseason. Then let's see what he does in, during the year. Torrey Smith looked good, and how old is he? 28 old. 28 isn't old per se, but, it depends what kind of beating, it depends what kind of injuries you have. People get worn down at different ages. I don't think you can say he's been good the last 2 years in San Francisco, but he also, to me, wasn't good his last year in Baltimore. But I hope I'm wrong. I want to be wrong. I don't want to be right. I want to be wrong. Okay, listen. I'm going to get going. It's late. I totally enjoyed this. I had a lot of fun with all you guys. We'll definitely be doing this again soon. I hope my man Pistol Whipping got finished what he needed to get finished. I had fun. We'll definitely do this. I thank everybody for joining me, even the trolls. It was fun. I'm so glad y'all guys joined me. Take care. Talk to you later. And don't be a dingbat.